Oh, hello there. Welcome back to my channel. This is my look of the day. If you want to, don't forget to hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get notified when all of this gets uploaded. So anyway, it'll be Christmas Eve when you're watching this, so happy Christmas Eve, happy holidays, whatever you celebrate, whatever you don't celebrate. I hope you enjoy this festive season. Stay safe, stay sober when you drive, be happy, be merry, be with your loved ones, but enjoy. Okay, so this is the last YouTube before Christmas, so happy Christmas Eve, yay! I thought I would do another look. I am running on like 4 hours sleep max, so I fell asleep on the couch at like 8 o'clock last night, took myself off to bed about 10:30, woke up again at 12:30, and it was all over Red Rover. My legs, my hips, my feet. So I actually wanted to show you this. This is a rose quartz roller. So the benefits, because it's a natural rose quartz, improves blood circulation and skin tone, improves elasticity, promotes lymphatic drainage, reduces puffiness and wrinkles, and reduces dark circles under the eyes. So it helps to reduce and tighten your pores. So basically I do this in the mornings, you just do this under the eyes, and that helps reduce like all the puffiness that I've had, and like I do up here. I basically roll my entire face and under my chin. It's just really good to help re-promote all the natural collagens and everything in your skin, so I thought I would show you that and why I don't look as dead as I usually do. I do think it actually does help. It's a very good product. 10 out of 10, would recommend getting one. You don't necessarily have to get the rose quartz, you could get the other one. I can't remember what it's called, but it looks exactly the same. But I'm just thinking, you know, I'm in the holiday spirit, kind of. So why not maybe do a bright eye today? A brighter eye than I normally would. I don't know. But I'm thinking of using this palette here. The 35B from Morphe. I don't know, I'm just thinking out loud mostly. I don't know, maybe purple and blue. I don't know. We shall see. So let's prep the eyes and get ready. So last night, what should I say, early this morning, about 3:30 this morning, I was on Spotify, listening to a podcast, and it was actually cool, like quite, so it's normally a crime podcast, and you know, I'm into these types of videos and YouTubes and all that kind of stuff at the moment, like unsolved murders or missing persons cases and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I was listening to this one podcast last night, and they were talking about Craigslist. So it's like the American version of Gumtree, like here in Australia. So, and they were talking about like some different things. They decided to take it in a bit more of a funnier spin, because otherwise it was going to be like crazy, like morbid, but more morbid than what it usually is. So anyway, they're talking away and they're telling all these different things. So there's one story that completely cracked me up. So this guy, he it's like, oh, you know, early hours of the morning, he phones the police answer, he says, look, there's someone outside my house, can you please come, you know, I think they've got a gun. You know, this is, you know, a pretty serious thing. Police hop in their car, like they send out like 5 lots of cop cars. They don't put sirens or anything, just so they don't like scare the person away or, you know, not catch them and all that. So anyway, they get there and they get to the house and there's this young 20-year-old girl standing out in front of this property, and they're like, what are you doing? And she's like, well, I'm here to see my boyfriend, but he won't let me in. So it turns out this guy has a wife though, and she had come home. I think she was a nurse or something. Turns out this guy had been answering ads on Craigslist, had been talking to this girl for a couple of weeks, told her he wanted to see her, so she drove in the early hours of the morning to go and see him. His wife unexpectedly comes home, so he calls the cops and says, there's someone outside of his house, can you help me? And then they go to talk to him, and he's like, can you just get rid of her, make her go away? Fuck, this story was hilarious. And so anyway, and of course it's a felony to report, a false incident over in America and that. So anyway, he was taken down to the police station, spoken to and charged and told, you can't be doing that. He then later rings to apologize to the police department and all that, but far out. He calls the cops because he doesn't know how to get rid of the woman that he's obviously going to shack up with. Before his wife unexpectedly comes home early. Whoopsie daisies. Yeah, there's been some cracker stories out there lately, but not just morbid ones, but funny ones. But it's can you just get rid of her? It's that's not what cops are for, dude. Yeah, so the American version of Craigslist. Well, the Australian version of Gumtree. Quite funny, really. It was actually quite a different, it was crazy stories, really. Crazy stories about Craigslist. And they were talking about the percentage it makes up of American murders and that, and it wasn't as high as I thought it would have been, but it was still a relatively high number. So it's you just never freaking know. You never know. Sad, really, when you think about it. Sad, sad world we live in. Yeah. I don't know if this colour is going to work together, but we shall see. It looks like a nice blue, so we will go with it, won't we? So yeah, I just thought it was really funny, because they have obviously different culture, different lifestyles, all that kind of stuff, different ways of doing things over in America. And I'm always curious when you hear stories and all that, and I just thought that is funny that there's just so much you can buy and sell in the world these days, but yeah, you really honestly have to be so careful because you don't know who you're buying stuff off. I mean, I think it was good of American police force to say, look, come and do it if you're selling something and you need to be safe about it, come into one of our offices and do it in the foyer where there's police, or do it in the police car park, all that kind of thing, just to make you safer. That there in itself is actually quite clever, and I applaud the Americans for that. Very, very good humans. But yeah, okay, now that I've fully gone and made this very, very messy, very messy, just dust this off a little bit. Now I'm just gonna get my blending brush to blend out the colours a bit, probably add a bit more pop of colour. Yeah. just so it blends to my liking. And I think I may definitely go over with a bit of sparkly stuff. Really blend it. Make it hella pretty. Hello pretty. Just going with a little bit of a lighter hand here when I'm doing this part. Okay. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to grab my other palette out, because I love blending and adding different pops of colour, and this one definitely comes in handy with the sparkles. Might just give it that little bit of texture. It's hard to believe the colour, the outer colour is actually like a blue because of how I'm blending it. Now, to achieve what I'm doing right now, which you'll see when I'm actually done, I'm now sticking like a pinky colour over the top of the purple, just to bring back that more pinky colour-ish, I should say, colour-ish. Now, on the outer one, I'm gonna maybe try a lighter purple until I get what I want, really. And then I just blend up here. So I've turned that blue into a more of a purpley colour, which is okay. Until I achieve the colours that I want, I just keep adding on and just blending. Be interesting to see how I go today, considering I've had like no sleep. I'm pretty tired. I'm pretty tired. Oh well, maybe I'll crash hard when I get home and actually sleep. One can only hope. One can only hope. I highly doubt it. See, I wouldn't have had an issue if like I had to maybe stayed awake for an hour or something and then, you know, fallen asleep, but it was the fact that it just didn't happen. And I tried some of my medications. I tried just laying in the dark. I listened to podcasts. I ended up just flicking the TV on. I dozed like the tiniest bit around 4:30, but yeah. So I look hilarious right now, but bear with me. Stay with me, people. It's gonna work. Okay? It's gonna work. Alright, so let's just now clean up the eye area. Now that I've turned myself into a real life clown. Yeah. And I was literally in the middle of watching a YouTube this morning. I don't know if you can see it in the back. I will probably try and watch it while I'm editing. But yeah, I was watching, what's that called? What Really Happened to Crystal Rogers. Is the boyfriend the main suspect? Well, he is, but... which is sad. I don't understand why people have a need to kill their partners. Like, what the hell? Especially if they've got children with them. Oh, it just makes me so sad. So sad. Especially for the kids. And they're the ones that suffer the most. It's no one else. It's just the kids. Or those evil ones that go ahead and kill children. That's even worse. Okay. Alright. Better. So today as a primer, I'm actually going to use my moisturizer just because I have... it's not too bad. It's not too dry, thankfully. But with the weather lately, like my skin has been getting pretty dry. And I need to wipe my hands first. Because I have purple sparkles on them. Lovely. That's okay. I just don't want it. I don't mind the sparkles, it's just the purple that I don't want to rub all over my face. So yeah, using a moisturizer over anything today just to keep my skin hydrated underneath the makeup that I do wear. I'd like to say I will be giving it a break soon, but no, we've got Christmas Eve, Christmas, Boxing Day, maybe Friday because I'm off on Friday. So maybe I will give it a bit of a break on Friday. We'll see. Probably. I'm so tired. So I will be caking this on today, I can tell you this much. Do your magic concealer. I think I need more coffee. I think I'm actually going to drink a Red Bull today. I don't usually drink anything like that. Haven't for years. Used to a lot. Used to Jaeger bombs. Oh, take me back. When I was like 18, I used to do Jaeger bombs. They were the tits back then though. They were a good party drink. Because you could get trashed pretty quick. And you could also be pinging. Ready to party! My current favourite thing to drink is wine. I like certain rosés. I like certain Pinot Grigios. I enjoy Sabbys and Semsavs. I'm not a massive red drinker. Occasionally maybe I'll have a Cab Sav like around winter time, but even then I'm not a massive red wine drinker. Nothing against it. Just yeah, not a massive red drinker. Sorry. Okay, now that I look even more hilarious to you. Foundation. That's what I'm doing. Get it together, Stace. Get it together. Okay, so I might actually use a brush today. I might use a brush. So this is actually, it's so rude of me, a contour and blending brush but it actually works pretty well for applying foundation. So I will take that. So yeah. What else? So yeah, it's the last couple of days. Well, it's today, and then you'll be watching this on Christmas Eve. Last couple of days in retail, where it is so unbelievably hectic, and everyone wants everything that's sold out, and that has been sold out for a very long time. So yeah, people get mean, they get impatient, and it's like, you know, as a person in retail, dude, we try, you know, we're not there to make your life difficult. You know, we're there to do a job, ironically. And it's just like, when people are coming at you from every freaking angle, you know, and keep making complaints, and why don't you have this, and why don't you have that, it's like, I'm really sorry, but you are leaving it to the last freaking second to, you know, buy this. We haven't had any for weeks. Like, I'm really sorry, but it's your own fault. Oh, well, can you just check out the back just in case you've got more? I just did that for the 50th time today, so no, it just didn't magically grow out the back. Oh, but can you just go look? Seriously, drives us bonkers. Like, bonkers. Like, it's like, no, the computer says they're none. There is none on the shop floor. The last person that just asked for it seconds before you did knows there is none. Why do I need to again go and look in case they have magically grown? I swear people think that you're like hiding stuff from them. It's like, no. Retail life. Such a blessing. Yeah, I just don't understand why people have to be like really rude. Like super rude to you for no reason. It's like, excuse me, I'm actually trying to help you here. Okay. Just a bit of powder to set it. Especially under the eyes. And once I've done that, I'm going to use a bit of setting spray to help extra set it. And then make a coffee and then come back and do the rest with you. Because this glam is tired. Okay, so I'm gonna spray my face, gonna go make some coffee, gonna come back, gonna do this. We're gonna smash the last bit out. Okay, I'm gonna go make coffee. I will be back. Okay, back with my coffee. So we can do this together. Alright. Eyebrows. The brows. The brows. The brows. They are the window to the soul. It's not the eyes, it's the eyebrows. And as I'm saying this, I am completely kidding. I'm not a fooligan. Not a fool for you. Hoo-hoo. Go, 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 cabana. Yeah. I am so magical. Right here. Now that I've like made you guys think I am completely crazy, I may be. Okay, so some little tips and tricks I like to do. So just get yourself something with a flat edge. If you want to get your eyebrows completely symmetrical, just do this. You look like an absolute fruitcake like me, but hey, we can be fruitcakes together. And then you can just basically make, you know, your line, and then you can make your other one. And this helps keep you roughly the same on either side, same height, all that kind of stuff. So, and then that's basically what you've got to work off. So I do find it helps a fair bit. And then if you really want to, you can then go that way and then make your mark. So we might do that. If you want like more square of an eyebrow, I suppose. I guess it depends sometimes what I'm doing, but might as well show you how I do it sometimes. It's harder on the other side. Takes a little bit of concentration, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Right, and so then basically all I have to do is just draw the rest in. So yeah, sometimes it is a little bit easier doing it this way. That way, you know, I know that they are going to be pretty damn symmetrical. Well, as symmetrical as you can get them, I suppose. Eyebrows are sisters, not twins, so they're not supposed to look identical, apparently. That's all I keep hearing. I probably look so funny right now with like my eyebrows half drawn on. I would laugh at me. I know I would. I would definitely laugh at me. The sheer concentration here, my friends. The sheer concentration. It's like once the outlining is done, it's just a matter of filling them in, which isn't too hard. But it's like, you know, getting them drawn till you like them, and then you just follow them in. So yeah, I thought I would talk a little bit about a couple of Instagram polls I did. It actually was a while ago, to be honest. I just basically, it was simple yes or no questions, and all you had to do was just click through, say yes, no, whatever. So the majority of people were not in a job that they loved. It was actually like something like 70% of the voters. A lot of people still don't know what their dream job is. Majority of people didn't find their true passion until later in life. That's the ones that did find it. A lot of people would definitely consider going back and studying if they, you know, found the perfect career. And ones that were in jobs that they loved, I basically just said, you know, how long have you been doing that job, you know, your entire life kind of thing. And the majority of those ones did say yes, they knew from like a youngish age that that's what they wanted to do. And I was quite surprised by the results, to be honest. it also made me very sad for some people that, you know, were not in a job that they liked. And that, you know, a lot of people are just, you know, unhappy. Like, that sucks. Like, I know it's taken me quite a few years to figure out what I've wanted to do, you know. I didn't know straight off the bat what I wanted to do, like, at all. So I think it sucks for, like, me myself. Like, you know, I wish I had known, you know, sooner, rather than later. But, you know, I'm happy that I'm, you know, out there striving to do my best. I'm, you know, actively working on myself and my business, you know, all the time. So, like, it's a good thing, you know, it's good. But it's a lot of hard work, a lot of hard work, a lot of blood, sweat and tears. A lot more of the tears than sweat and blood, but I think some of it just comes hat in hat, you know. Life isn't always going to be rainbows and butterflies. You know, you gotta take the good with the bad. So, yeah. The bigger the brow, the bigger the bitch. And I think bitch mode will be activated. I'm very, very tired. So I will be on the defense. Straight off the bat today. I'm gonna be like, pull out of the gates at 100 miles an hour. No, I will be lovely to customers. It is my job. I will do my job, you know, to the best of my ability without completely losing my shot. But yeah. Now, I'm just fixing this a little bit because it's annoying me. Because I try and make it, you know, as symmetrical as I can. Anyway, whatever, I'll fix it in a sec. Getting like crabby with myself. That is pretty normal, folks. Pretty normal. Alright. They're my angry brows. Alright, so. Yeah, liner's good. We're gonna do eyes first before we do the rest of the face today. Shock horror. I don't normally do it this way. Throwing you off, guys. Making you be like, what? She usually does that last. Today we're going to do it first. Oh, the concentration. The concentration. I'll have a little bit more coffee. Coffee gets me through until it's wine time. Truth. Tis the holiday season, and with that brings a few more drinkies. But that's okay. I don't mind. Tis the season. Tis the season to be merry. But I probably won't drink on Christmas Day because I will be driving. And I would like to not get pulled over for drink driving or speeding because it is double demerits. So yeah, I don't particularly feel like losing my license at all. I quite prefer having it. Which I think most people do. But there are still those people out there that just, you know, have no regard for other people. So please, please. Did I just do that? I guess I did. Think before you text and drive. Please think before you drink and drive. Please think before you get behind the wheel with drugs in your system. Please think before you speed. You know, wouldn't you rather get there on time, or a few minutes later than not get there at all? Or, you know, because of your reckless driving, take someone else's life? Or am I the only logical person that thinks that way, you know? I would be horrified, and I would never forgive myself if I ever took someone else's life. That would just be, ultimately, just, I don't think I would ever forgive myself. And I wouldn't want forgiveness either, especially if I was doing something stupid. If it was purely an accident, like purely accidental, you could probably forgive and forget. But if you found out that person had done something so unbelievably stupid for no other reason than, you know, stupidity, you would never forgive that person, you know? I mean, I forgive the chick that T-boned me the other day. Yeah, she did something stupid, but I'm alive, she's alive, my car is getting fixed in the new year. Oh, you dickhead. You know, she apologized, she said she was really sorry, all that kind of stuff. She apologized multiple times, she called me to apologize, she messaged to apologize, and I just said, it's okay. You know, I'm okay, you're okay, you're a little bit more shaken up than I am. I don't think she's ever, to be honest, had an accident. So yeah, I do feel for her. I mean, I've never caused an accident. I was hit twice on my scooter, I think. Twice on my scooter. Rear-ended once at the traffic lights. So we're all sitting there in traffic, and the light is clearly red, and it's clearly been red long enough for, you know, a bit of traffic to back up. So there's one person in front of me, and then there's two on the opposite side, like behind each other, and then this chick in a four-wheel drive, literally, comes flying down. She was on her phone, and she hits me, like full on hits me. And the look of sheer terror, she was actually really lucky. I actually had both my feet on the floor at this point. Usually I only have one foot, but we were sitting at the lights, and I thought, oh, these lights might take a bit, I'll just put both feet down. She's so lucky I did, otherwise I would have completely toppled over, and my 80-kilo scooter would have fallen straight on top of me. So yeah, so I put my emergency brake on so the whole thing shut off. I get off my scooter, the guy in front of me gets out, and he's like, you know, are you okay? Because I managed to stop it going into the back of his car. Because I was like, ugh, the least amount of damage the better. He's like, you really held on to that. And I was like, yeah. I said, look, I didn't want to end up in the back of yours. And he goes, oh, he goes, stuff can be fixed. He goes, but, you know, are you okay? And I was like, I said, it hurt a little bit. I said, but, you know, I seem to be fine. Meanwhile, she's literally on her phone. Kid's in the back of the car. She didn't get out. She just like looked at me. She then goes back to what she's doing on her phone. And the guy's like, you hitting me, right? And I'm like, no. So I start to walk towards her. And I start to walk towards her car. And her window's down. And I'm like, okay. I said, you might as well give me your details, because I'll probably do a police report, and then in case, you know, anything needs to be fixed, or if I'm, you know, injured or anything, I said I can let you know. And she goes, oh, well, there's no point, you know. She goes, it's just a scooter. And I went, no, I'm like, you've actually hit me and my scooter. I said, you've literally hit me with your car. And she just looked at me like I was speaking a different language. Anyway, the guy's like, yeah, dude, you know, you've hit her and you haven't even, you know, apologized. And she's like, oh, well, you look fine to me. So, out of anger and frustration, I grabbed her phone through the window, grabbed it off her, snatched it out of her hands, and she's like, what are you doing? And I said, taking it. And it took every ounce of me not to just like peg it as far as I could, but I didn't. I just took it and I walked back towards my scooter. This then had to make her get out the car. And then she realizes, oh, I've hit someone and now there's a dent in my front end. She then proceeds to say to me that I should be paying for the damages to her vehicle. And I was honestly so dumbfounded and like, just honestly like, what the hell is going on in this chick's mind? Like, she honestly thinks that the world is like revolving around her or something. I don't know, but yeah, anyway. Thankfully, in the end, she admitted fault. I said, I'm fine. To be honest, I said, don't want to have to deal with you again. I said, so I've taken your details. If anything does need to come of it, I will get my insurance company to contact you. I didn't give her any of my details. None. I'm like, bitch, you are not. I had a witness. I had several witnesses. Because the people on the other side, they had, you know, quickly gotten out and were like, you know, are you okay? And they were like, you know, we're completely witnessing this whole thing. So if anything was to come of it, she was completely in the wrong. She just did not think she was. It was insane. I'm just like, what land are you living on, lady? Like, oh yeah. I still am just, yeah, still like, what? Yeah. So that was one instance. I don't have the energy to get in the rest, to be honest. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I was going down West Swan Road, and this guy obviously wanted to go out and around. I was going the speed limit, mind you. I was going 70. I was sitting out far enough so everyone could see me. There was a person behind me, and then there was this guy that was behind that person. And so he goes to go out and around. Right? I'm there, and there was a car coming. So he's going out and around the guy behind him, but of course doesn't have any space left to go around me. And instead of just backing off and going back into the lane, he pulls across into me. And I go straight across into a ditch and down into an embankment into a tree. And he just keeps driving. Yeah. Just kept driving. The person that was originally behind me, he stopped to check if I was okay, and I was like, yeah, it's fine. He's like, I've got dash cam footage if you want it. And I was like, to be honest, I said, I feel like this guy is just gonna be like the guy from hell to deal with. And he was like, yeah, most likely. So I just, yeah. People are oblivious to their surroundings. They really are. That or they just don't care. I'm probably gonna guess that more than anything. Oh, there's some punk chicks. I'm going to blend them out. I'm not going to work looking like a clown, okay? I just needed a bit more of the pink on, that's all. And then I just blend it out a bit. It looks super bright. It's actually not, which is the weird thing, but it looks super bright in this lighting. Do I look like a clown? Look like one of those clowns. I do, don't I? I look like one of those clowns. Okay, so we just dull it a little bit. Seriously, it looks so bright, but it's really not. Strange, this lighting's pretty good then. Yeah, so. My tales of woe. Bit of highlighter. And when I say a bit, I mean a lot. Because highlighter love, highlighter love. I freaking love highlighter. Freaking love it. Just gonna go all crazy with it. Yep, just gonna put it everywhere. Fuck it. Why not? Okay, so we're just gonna tidy up a little bit. Not that I really got much anywhere, but I like to check just in case. And then with the inner corners of my eye, I'm gonna need like a white. So let me see. I like a brighter color. That's good. We'll use that. Okay. So just gonna go in with like a light color, so like a white, and you want to like put this in the inner corners to help brighten the eye area. So yeah, that is pretty much it. I might put a little, I was talking before it rudely cut me off. It still makes me look like a clown. Wow. Sometimes you can just put like a little bit under the eyebrows, just to like really emphasize, really emphasize them, which I will just blend that a little bit. Perfect. Right. Now I need the purple back again. Oh. And I just want a little bit of purple under here. That can be more of like my liner in my under eye than anything. So yeah, there we go. Making me look like a clown up in here. So yeah, and I think I'll probably finish it off with just like a nude lip today. But yeah, there we go. Let me just do my hair and then I'll show you the actual finished product. Ta-da! So I just curled my hair a little bit, curled it up a little bit. I might just put a clip in it, make it like super girly. I am super girly anyway. So I've put hairspray in there, but I'm gonna just tussle them out a little bit. But yeah, that is my look. I hope you enjoyed my crazy rants, and I hope you all have an amazing Christmas. Just be with your loved ones and enjoy it. And I will see you after Christmas, because I'll upload some more crazy fun stuff. Bye guys.